Good morning. We are back with another video at Martha's Task. Today we are making a project that was brought to us by special request. There are nurses who are needing scrub bags to put their scrubs in when they get off work, and Sew Uptown in Bartlesville has made several of these. And they asked us if we would be willing, Martha's Task, to join in the project. So we said, of course. So we are learning how to make these so that we can help the nurses at the Bartlesville Hospital, and also have some available in our store if people want them. And Mary Burns is going to show us how she makes them. Take it away, Mary.
Okay, these are just a really nice drawstring bag. And while we're making them right now for scrub bags, you can make them for lots of things other than this. So, like at Christmas time, if you bought this oversized toy that's awkward to wrap, you could get some Christmas fabric and adapt this to make a drawstring Christmas bag. Or I like to travel, and so I have made smaller ones that I carry as shoe bags for my stuff my shoes when I travel, so I don't get dirty shoes on my clean clothes.
So handy.
So this is just a really easy project. Again, we'll take, for these, we're just taking a piece of 45-inch fabric, and we're measuring 22 inches and then just cutting it off. So you end up with a big piece of fabric. It's going to be 22 inches. That's wide, and the length is going to end up being 45 inches. You also need a drawstring for these. Now here at Martha's Task, we have some nice cord, so we're using that, so we don't have to do a drawstring. Just makes it faster for us to do. But if you don't have a nice cord to use, don't want to go buy one, you can also make your own drawstring. You'll notice on the shoe bag I used ribbon. If you use ribbon, you can see I used a satin ribbon. One of the issues with using satin ribbon is that it's slick, so it doesn't stay tied, closed. So I would suggest if you're going to do ribbon, you do something more like a grosgrain ribbon that has the texture. Or if you want to make your own drawstring, you could cut a length of fabric. You'll want it 2 inches wide, and the length on it, I ended up doing about 60 inches. And then you're going to take it, and we do this a lot on stuff down here. I'll get this out of the way so I can show it better. So you take your fabric, you'll go to your ironing board, and it starts out flat. So you fold it in half and you iron it, and that makes a nice crease down the middle. Then you open it out, and you'll take each side and fold it to the middle and iron it. And I usually do one side at a time. I'll do one side, then I go down and do the second side. And then at the end you fold it in half again, and you then end up with a nice drawstring. Now you can sew it. You can either edge stitch down one side or both sides, or you could do something like just do a zigzag down the middle and just sew it once. So that becomes our drawstring. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our bag, and you're going to take the top of it and take one side, and you're going to measure 1.5 inches down. So this will just be 1.5 inches, and I marked it with my pen. And then I sewed the sides. So I sewed each side down. Then I went back and I did a zigzag along the edges. And that'll keep it from fraying out. Especially with the scrub bags, they'll be thrown in the washer a lot. And so you don't want it fraying out. So if you do just a zigzag along the sides, that'll keep it from fraying out. the next step is to go in, and we're going to take the edges here, and you're going to fold them over like this. And fold them over. You'll do it on both sides. You'll fold it over about 1/4 of an inch. You'll see I'm not measuring, but if you want to know how much to fold over, you're going to do it about 1/4 of an inch. And then you edge stitch along the folded side, on both sides. Once you have that done, then the last thing to do is to do your drawstring. So again, you're going to fold down 1/4 of an inch, and then you'll fold it over a second time, and this will be about 1/2 of an inch. Well, actually, it's going to be about 5/8 of an inch. So you'll fold down 1/4 of an inch, and then you'll fold it down about 5/8 of an inch. You pin it along the edges, and then you'll sew along that to form your drawstring. So this is what it looks like when it's done. So you have your drawstring. It's folded over. I've got my opening here that I can run my cord through. And so that is your drawstring bag. And so the last thing is you turn it right side out. I'll run my drawstring through it, and then I just have a really nice bag that we can donate to the nurses, and they can throw their scrubs in and try to keep from bringing COVID into their households for their families.
Excellent. What a great project. Thank you, Mary.
You're welcome.